Good evening. I was asked to talk about stipends. So in a follow-up to what Joy was asking, this is the big red flag that we see when it comes to government agencies using stipends. It's a red flag. It's a awkward situation. You're going to take an employee that's already on staff and you're going to try to pay them extra for doing extra work. There should be a contract. There should be some sort of agreement between the parties of what's happening and how they're going to, get paid. And normally it just goes through the payroll as overtime or whatever they're going to do. But here you go. We got all these people that took stipends. It was for the NEF program. Problem is, many were paid regularly and frequently, but according to the Auditor General and the attorney for the National Education Foundation, the program was never received. So the first question is, how do you pay stipends for a program you don't have? Here's the Auditor General's report stating that services it never received. $1.36 million was supposed to be a program bought, given to our children to make them a better STEM student. Never received. Here's the money going out. The fact that we didn't get it or take it or receive it was awkward, to say the least. But it's also the fact that back then you had a board majority that was acting as a blind trust, rubber stamping whatever came through. Now, if you look at one of the names on this list, it's the superintendent. Scary. But anyway, they didn't look at it. They didn't do their job. These contracts, these standalone contracts and transactions would have required the board's review and approval. This is straight from Pennsylvania School Code. It acted in non-compliance with the school code. What does that mean? It means there's the law and we didn't comply with it. You call it whatever you want. Okay, so where'd the money come from? It came from our taxpayer money. We gave out this money to these employees. Didn't come from somebody else, some magical fund somewhere. It says the description is the QZAB and NEF program. This is our general account code. And these are individual employees accepting monies. Now, here's the problem. After we got all that this year, finally, after the right to know was done, we found out that, okay, well, if they paid this money, how did this happen? I mean, I got records of checks. Where did it go? How did it go? Why didn't it go through payroll? Well, we gave them 1099s according to the superintendent. They found some 1099s. We got to find the rest. Well, that's a whole nother can of worms. Because if you pay a 1099 to an employee, that's called misclassification. That's a whole nother set of laws and rules that you don't want to break. Failing to take out Social Security, workman's comp, unemployment, all the standard taxes when you pay money through payroll. Plus, you got to pay both sides. The employee has to pay his Social Security tax, and the employer has to match that tax. So it gets real muddy really fast. This is why stipends are red flags, and they should be avoided at all costs. Thank you.